I was eating dumpling at a street-side stall when I spotted a few gang members walking by behind me, the same men who had murdered my father years ago. Thought of revenge hit instantly. I set down my chopsticks and, ignoring the shop owner's protests, followed them.
Young man, they'll kill you.
You get used to it. I walked into a bar and confronted thugs head-on.
Where is he?
They didn't even acknowledge. One of them just grabbed a bottle and hurled it. But I'd been preparing for this day for decades. A few moves later, two of them were already on the ground. Just as I was about to take on the third, everything black and I collapsed. One of the thugs pulled out his phone to put his boss, but before he could finish, I was back on my feet. In that moment, the copper coin at my waist flashed, and my appearance had changed. The thug didn't have time to process it. He charged again, but this time was after coming back, my movements were noticeably sharp refined. When I disarmed, he turned to a split second later, blade cut him down. From the walkway above, I looked down and saw him, the man in bandages, my father's killer. Before I could react, a wave of henchmen armed with clubs came rushing toward me. A major fight was inevitable. But then my foot slipped, leaving me wide open, and I lost another life. The scene shifted, and I found myself in a kind of spiritual realm. There, I saw countless versions of myself. I exchanged a knowing smile with another me, and together, we replayed the moment of my death. This, I realized, was how I had been evolving, dying and learning again and again. The next moment, the copper coin at waist cracked and glowed once more, and I rose again. This time, my face was covered in stubble. I met the gang's relentless attacks with calm precision. Every punch landed hard, every strike deadly. By the time I fought in main hall, only 2 coins remained at least, and my hair had turned white.
Come on then. If your life is that little.
The gang boss stepped forward, a long staff resting on his shoulder, his face full of contempt. Without hesitation, I steadied my stance and charged. The scene shifted, same, filled with Chinese touches. Back to the same dumpling shop, only this time, the owner weathered. Noticing something familiar in my face, she smiled and said, I reminded her of a young man's grandson she once knew. I didn't correct her. Instead, I asked, you've spent 60 years with dumplings. Was it worth it? She didn't answer. She just smiled and set a bowl of dumplings in front of me. I picked up my chopsticks calmly and continued the meal I had never finished. Then, watching the way I handled the chopsticks, she suddenly realized the white-haired old man sitting before her was the same young man rushed out all those years ago. She took my hand and asked me the very same question.
You tell